Hi, I'm Drex, and this is Introduction to Poi from Spinballs. In this video, we're going to cover antispin flowers, that is, compound circles in which the hands and poi are turning in circles opposite relative to each other. This results in narrow, sharp petals that point outward away from the performer. For an overview of what flowers are, check out our video on Antispin Flowers. We're going to start learning antispin flowers by spinning the poi clockwise relative to you on the far left side of your body. It doesn't really matter which hand you use, just so long as you get the direction of the spin and side of your body right. Now, drop the poi head down your center line and allow your hand to pass over it as your hand moves over to the right side. The poi should start turning clockwise once again. Now drag the poi head beneath your hand as you move it back over to the left side of your body. Imagine that your hand and poi head are in a race to get back over to the left. Practice going back and forth, dropping and dragging the poi head as you go from side to side. You want to make sure the poi only passes underneath your hand twice in the course of this pattern, once on the drop and once on the drag. When this feels comfortable, we're going to add some additional movement with our hand. So as you move your hand left to right, you're going to reach your hand down towards your waist while the poi head drops down the center line, like so. As you move your hand from right to left, you're going to bring your hand up past your head while the poi head drags underneath it. Think dip and drag, dip and drag, dip and drag. This is what's called a three-petal antispin flower, or triquetra. If we look at the trail that the poi head leaves as we perform this move, we see three long, narrow petals pointed outward away from the performer. Pretty cool, huh? We can also use this same technique with minimal tweaks to learn how to do an antispin flower with 4 petals. Just like the triquetra, you're going to start with your poi turning clockwise with your hand over to the far left and dipping the poi head down your center line as the hand moves from left to right. Now pop the poi head up your center line as the hand sneaks underneath it back to the left. Practice going back and forth like this, dropping as you go to the right and popping as you go to the left. You want to try and perform only a single beat on either side before moving your hand again. Once this gets to feel comfortable, we add more movement to the hand. When going from left to right, you're going to drop your hand down towards your waist as the poi head drops down. When going from right to left, pop your hand up above your head as the poi head pops up. This is a 4-petal antispin flower. You should wind up with a petal pointed outward away from you, top, left, bottom, and right, like the arrows in a compass rose. We can also do antispin flowers with 5, 6, or any number of petals we like. The sky's the limit. Like our inspin flowers, we can learn 4-petal antispin flowers in all timing and direction combinations. In together time, same direction, think that both poi are starting on the same side of the body and both are dropping down together and popping up together at the same time. Make sure you keep your hands a poi's length apart and your hands parallel at all times. For together opposites, start out to the sides and drop the poi and hands down center, cross your arms, and then pop the poi heads up to get your hands back out to the open position. Practicing performing a butterfly with your arms crossed will be hugely helpful in getting this version down. For split opposites, start with both hands off to one side in split time opposites. Pop one hand and poi up while the other drops down, and bring the hands back together on the other side of your body. Go ahead and find your timing once again, and then attempt to split your hands back apart as you move back to the other side of your body. For split time same direction, you're going to start for the first time in wheel plane. Work on holding the poi consistently in split time same direction with one arm forward and the other back. Now pop one poi and hand up while the other drops down, and switch which hand is in front and which hand is in back. Work to find a good split same feel with the poi once again, and pop one poi up while the other drops down to find yourself back in the first position. Work to try and perform this continuously, popping up and dropping down as your hands move around like a swimmer doing the crawl stroke. But wait, can't we do that with triquetras too? Well, yes, but it gets more complicated. You see, 2- and 4-petal inspin flowers are like 4-petal antispin flowers in that they each have 2 axes of symmetry. That is, 2 lines that they can reflect across like a mirror. Triquetras have only 1 axis of symmetry, so they can be arranged relative to each other in 4 different ways. In other words, if we want to try and learn them in all timing and direction combinations, we're not learning 4 versions like we did for the 4-petal antispin flower. We're learning 16 versions. It's a great challenge if you want to take it up, but I recommend starting with something simpler and working your way there. Antispin flowers look so cool. If you can do them quickly, the patterns you create for your audience look incredible. Plus which, they open up additional options for you with freedom of movement. Perhaps more so than any other type of poi move. Thanks so much for watching. Now show us what you can do. Share your photos and videos of your progress with Spinballs.